In today's special episode, I open an interesting package and discuss how YouTube affected my soaping business. Cale bakes a ham for Christmas Eve dinner, and I wrap some stocking stuffers. All of that and more in Vlogmas Day 25. Good morning, guys. Welcome to my 261st video. You heard that right. I've filmed 260 videos and posted them on YouTube. Santa is very impressed. It is Christmas Eve and the last Vlogmas of 2022, but we decided for today's video, I wanted to reflect a little bit on the past year and whether or not having a YouTube channel has actually helped my soap business grow. But we also have a lot of things that we're gonna be doing today as well that we're gonna be taking you guys on, so come along. This is the first to do. We have Christmas dinner that we need to get into the oven.
All right, oven's at 275 or preheating to 275.
So the ham is in the oven, and while that's in there, we're actually gonna go grab some stocking stuffers for our stockings. It's a tradition that Cale and his family started that I've adopted. Just like little gifts, you know, like chocolates, gum, scratch cards. We're gonna put them into our stockings. I forgot that we also have to pick up a package. So we are heading over to the post office as well to grab that. Maybe find some things at the post office, which is inside our Shoppers Drug Mart, for our stocking stuffers. It is a much warmer morning. -4. That's so much nicer than -20.
Oh yeah, even though it's below freezing, it's like, feels like a sauna out.
Uh-huh. Cale got all of his stocking stuffers at Shoppers, and I got like one thing. So we're just gonna make a stop to somewhere else. So Cale and I split up at the superstore, and I managed to grab the stocking stuffers that I needed. I will show you when we get home, but I got to the car here before he did. Did you finish your stocking stuffer shopping?
Don't look at me.
You took much longer than I did. Was it because I was occupying the aisle you wanted to go down in?
I don't know what aisle that was. The men's underwear aisle?
Yes, that's exactly the aisle I was in. So we just got home, and I want to open this box in front of you guys. I have no idea what it is. It seems heavy. Whatever is in here has some weight to it. Oh. Oh, look what came. A camera. The Canon G7X Mark III. I initially thought that I wanted to return this guy right away and keep this. I do really like the Sony, but I'm tempted to try this out as well and return it if I don't like it. So I have another camera now. Not sure what I want to do with it. I gotta return one or the other. So this is what I got from Amazon. It was a Canon G7X Mark III, and it came with a ton of different accessories, case, this really cool light that you can mount on top of the Canon G7X Mark III if you want extra light, a tripod, SD card. It was a pretty cool deal, but I'm going to definitely return all of this. I thought this was gonna come on the 29th of December. This is like a Christmas surprise. Quick earring of the day. I have just simple fuzzy brown bows, and I have the same earring on both sides. And now that I've unboxed this, I'm going to wrap some stocking stuffers for Cale, show you what I got for that, and also wrap my white elephant gift and the friend gift that we have to exchange tonight at the Christmas party that we're going to. So come with me. So for stocking stuffers, Cale and I like to do things that we normally don't buy, snacks and chocolate that we normally don't have in our pantry because it's Christmas and it's fun. And here's what I got him. An Aero Truffle, Starburst gummies, Hershey's cookies and cream. He loves white chocolate. These Reese mini cups. He's a huge fan of Reese's. Some gum, and this holiday Lindor chocolate. And I also got him some lottery cards as well. So what we do is we wrap these up and we put them into the stockings on Christmas as a nice little extra. Growing up, I didn't do stockings. We just got our one gift from Santa and a gift from our parents. No, was it? Do you guys do stockings? And if you do, was it snacks like this, or what would you put in there? We have scraps of paper, which is good to wrap these smaller things in. But now that I'm wrapping, I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about YouTube and whether or not I think it helped my soap business. This might frustrate some of you guys, but it's a yes and no answer. But let me explain. Yes, it helped my business in that we got sales from YouTube. On my Shopify, you can track where the traffic comes from. A lot of it comes from YouTube, and some of the orders that we get, you can leave messages as you order them, and people have told us that they have found us on YouTube. Definitely does give your company exposure if you're willing to make videos on YouTube about your products and how you make them. And I definitely don't think that we would have had the same reach if we didn't make a YouTube channel. But it also didn't help our company in a few ways. The first obvious thing is that our popularity and the exposure to new eyes made us really vulnerable to copycats. And early on, I was really bothered by that. I wasted time confronting a few people who blatantly copied us. And just a side tip, it's not worth it to confront copycats. It's not. If you notice that their stuff is very much inspired by your stuff and it's not, you know, like a direct copy, but they've clearly looked at your stuff and modeled their products off of your stuff, there's no point in confronting them. And if you do confront them, they're not very nice about it. I mean, it takes a certain kind of person to blatantly copy someone's brand and business. So that's one downside of putting yourself out there on YouTube. But where it directly impacted our sales was when I talked about Etsy on YouTube. So Etsy is a lot like YouTube. It's a search platform where if people find your stuff and they engage with it the right way, then they will keep boosting your stuff. And by engage in the right way, I mean if they show your products to a shopper and they convert and they buy your product, they will continue to boost your listings in Etsy search, in the Etsy homepage. They'll recommend your stuff underneath other people's listings if they're searching for it. But if they show your listing to people that don't convert, they don't end up being customers, then you will unfortunately get pushed lower and lower in the search pages. And that's what eventually happened with my page when I started talking about my Etsy and selling stuff on Etsy. I would get a lot of people interested in starting their own Etsy businesses, going to my Etsy just to look at it, not to buy my products, not to help those listings convert. And the amount of traffic that I drove to my Etsy shop that didn't end up buying any of my products really, really hurt my Etsy page. Before I started talking about Etsy on YouTube, I got the Etsy bestseller tag on a bunch of my items a few times. Never again after that. And it's been 2 years. My conversion rate has never recovered. So my advice to you is if you want to give advice on starting an Etsy shop, I would not tell your viewers what that Etsy shop is. It just hurts your Etsy shop in the end. I still get sales through Etsy, which is why I still have an Etsy shop, but it's nowhere near the craziness that I once experienced back when I was not a YouTuber. I got Etsy success really early on in my business, and I definitely wasn't prepared for it. So in the end, I mean, the slowdown, I was glad for the slowdown. It just never picked up after that. 2 packages wrapped. So those were the 2 main negative impacts YouTube had on my soap business. I definitely think that the benefits outweighed those negatives though. I personally love making videos. It's one of my favorite things to do. I actually think I love it more than making products and being, you know, a soap business owner. So having that challenge of starting a YouTube channel and growing an audience, I thrive off of that. I love it so, so much. And it was just really cool to bring those 2 interests together, video and content creation with selling soaps. So while my soap business hasn't exploded, the rate that it's growing is very manageable. And that's why I haven't really hired a team of people to help me out yet. I really like the pace at which it's growing. It's a slow and steady growth that is allowing me to learn and adjust and observe how people are responding to my products. It's something that I definitely want to continue in 2023. So I'm going to keep making these videos about my business and my products, and I'm really hoping that I can continue growing this community. And that's one of the things that I've been really enjoying about Vlogmas, is seeing every day the familiar names that pop up in the comments and seeing your feedback. You guys have been amazing. So do I recommend YouTube to help grow your businesses? Yeah, I think exposure is good. And I know that you can turn to TikTok for that. But it's really hard to grow an engaged community on TikTok off of very, very short videos. A community that likes you for you and wants to buy your products for you, that's difficult to do. Not impossible, but it's super difficult. You basically have to be a master of grabbing people's attention right away. I think for soap making videos, people still like the long form of it. Although I think our industry or our niche or all the people that create videos teaching how to do this, I think there's room for some innovation. And that's another thing that I want to bring to 2023 is think of new ways to be delivering this information to you guys so that it doesn't feel stale or done. I'm always observing trends, and that's another thing that I recommend to you guys is looking around to see what's changing. Here's another present done. I'm gonna continue wrapping Cale's stocking stuffers. Finished wrapping Cale's stocking stuffers. Now I have to wrap my thrift shop white elephant gift and the gift I'm gonna give to my friends. Let me show you what I got. So for the thrift shop gay gift, I got this beautiful commemorative plate. How cool does that look? What's pretty awesome is that it comes with a certificate of authenticity. It's a limited edition collection plate. My friends are big musicians, so I thought they'd get a kick out of that. And for the friend gift exchange, I got a telescope. In Calgary, there are some of the clearest skies I've ever seen. Big, big skies. We are actually higher up in elevation, which might explain why the stars always look so beautiful at night. So I thought this would be a fun gift. It's something that I, as an adult, would love to get. But who knows, it could be a big flop. So I have to wrap these, and then I'm done all my wrapping for the year.
When doing these hams, I oftentimes make my own glaze, but we've just been so busy with everything, I'm just gonna use the packet that comes with a ham. Oh my gosh, this ham dinner looks and smells so good. Thank you so much for baking that ham. Let us know in the comments what you guys had for Christmas Eve dinner and if it's a special dinner for you guys. Some people don't celebrate Christmas and have a nice dinner until Christmas Day. So let us know. But that's it. This is the last video of Vlogmas. Thank you so much for following us for the past 25 days and seeing your comments every day has been so heartwarming and so encouraging this entire time, so thank you. We share with you not only our lives, but how we make our products, and if you want to learn how to make our products, the recipes are on our Patreon. And speaking of my Patreon, thank you to my patrons. You guys are fantastic, wonderful, especially these guys, my Bubble BFFs on Cale's really festive Seahawks Christmas sweater. Keep an eye out for a community post that I will be putting up there in the next couple of days because we are planning to do a Q&A and we want to answer your questions. But until then, keep smiling, keep being awesome, and keep making beautiful things, and have a wonderful, happy holidays. Bye, guys. And here is the final touch on these presents. And we are ready to go to the party. This is my outfit. Just a nice cozy sweater and a nice top and some nice pants. Cale's wearing his Christmas sweater to the party. Not that it helped the Seahawks today.
Yeah. Ooh. So if you watch till the very end, we wish you a Merry Christmas. Have fun with your loved ones. Just have happy holidays. Bye, guys. Good boy. Happy holidays from Gibson. Merry Christmas from Dempsey. And Jiggy.